Welcome to the Fat Guys with Smokers podcast. I'm Mike.
And I'm John. We're a couple of overweight barbecue enthusiasts trying to share our love for sweet and smoky food with the world.
Thanks for hanging out with us as we talk about life, share recipes, successes, and failures that have all led to our love of cooking outdoors. Hey, howdy, hey, everybody!
Yeah!
Did it without wheezing through the intro that time. Welcome to a special end of year edition of Fat Guys with Smokers. Hope everybody had a good Christmas. John, how's your Christmas?
It was fantastic.
As was mine.
So Apple just put out a new update on the iPhone.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Yeah, one of the things that came with it is the journaling app.
Oh, okay. My brother was kind of talking about this.
Yeah, which I've always thought journaling would be healthy and good, but I'm terrible at it. So it's nice to have it on my phone, and it pops up, and it's like, hey, you went here. Hey, you took a bunch of pictures.
Oh.
But it also just has thought provoking prompts.
Yeah.
And one of them was, when was the last time you laughed out loud? Write about it. Hey, howdy, hey, Mike.
Hey, howdy, hey.
I may have put a journal entry in about our startup last time.
Well, you know what? I'm honored. Dude, I need to get back into journaling. I was really good. When I was a missionary, I wrote in my journal every day. Since then, I think maybe twice in the last 15 years.
I think it is something with the call.
Yeah.
Just like they talk about the gift of languages and a love of the people that you serve. I think journaling is one of those. Same thing. I wrote in my journal every night religiously.
And I love it because I'll be like, I can't really remember that. And then I can go check my journal. And then in real life, I'm like, yeah, I have no idea. I can't remember.
I have written in a journal a total of 6 times since the day I got home. And 5 of those have been in the last 2 weeks since this update came out.
Nice. I'll have to check that out. That's good.
Yeah. So, the Christmas was good. Sorry I cut you off there.
No, you're good.
What, you had a pretty good haul.
I did.
From what you were telling me.
Yeah. Santa treated me real well. I got a vacuum sealer, which we've talked about. Some of the cool stuff you can do with that.
I'm telling you, I tell more and more people as they're getting started in barbecue, and they're like, what should I do? What should I get? I was like, get a vacuum sealer.
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty excited.
Dude, I think it's awesome.
I got a pizza peel. Only took me a whole year, but I finally acquired one. I mean, I could have done it myself, but I just know my wife loves me. She actually got me a stylish new coat, too, a flannel that I took off. It's actually sitting over there.
It's dripping with Riz.
Oh, look at you. Look at you.
No cap.
Yeah, that's bussin'. Actually, I think bussin' is on its way out. I can't remember what it is now, but
I just barely learned this.
It moves so fast. Yeah, did really well. And honestly, I just really enjoyed, we talk all the time about how being a stay-at-home dad would be a nightmare.
Oh my gosh.
But I have had a good time hanging out with my kids. We've been doing all kinds of, I feel like we've had holiday parties every day for the last month and a half, but we've done a lot of fun stuff, so it's been a good time. What about you? What'd Santa bring you?
Santa didn't bring me anything, honestly.
That jerk.
I know, right?
Jeez.
No, we got a dog. We've talked about that.
Right.
Nana, and that was supposed to be my Christmas. And, Father's Day, birthday, et cetera, et cetera.
For the next 20 years or so.
Yeah. And Haley has straight up absconded with my dog.
Oh.
Yeah, she is mama's girl, and she loves that dog.
That's awesome. You were telling me, she was saying, there's no way you could have told me that I would be like this.
Yeah, and we went down to her parents yesterday on Tuesday, because we didn't go down on Christmas Day, and went down to visit them and spent a little bit of time with them. We took them. And they're just now indoor dog people with their most recent dog. They always had dogs growing up, but they were outside. Mm-hmm. And they were like, "You've got how many dogs now?" Which was great. They loved her. They understood why once we brought Nana down. But
they got it, huh?
Yeah, Haley's like, I can't, like, the fact that you've got dogs on my couch and, like, I'm okay with it, and not just okay with it, but I'm jealous that they're both cuddling with you and not with me. Like, never in my life would I have guessed this is who I would become. I was like, and you love it, don't you? And she's like, yeah, and I'm kind of mad about it.
Man, I need to have her talk to Whitney.
Yeah. This little dog, though, she's stupid sweet.
Oh, she's so cute, man.
Yeah.
She's totes adorbs.
Yeah. But my dad, though, and I guess my mom, too, sent me over to Pheasant Grove in Corinne, and got me set up with a little hunt. Spencer and I went out. We shot a couple of pheasants last week.
Yeah.
Which was awesome.
That's awesome. I've never done one like that, and it sounds awesome.
Yeah, I mean, look, they're not wild pheasants. They're not wild birds.
So they probably taste better.
Most of what you hunt in Utah aren't wild birds. Like, they go and dump thousands of these things out every week, just because there's so much pressure on the land in Utah. But yeah, you go. We did 6 birds. It was a mixed bag, and went out there, and Ken is the owner's name. Super nice guy. Can't say enough good about how he took care of us. And we told him, like, hey, like, I'd never done a pheasant farm like this before.
Mm-hmm. Had Spencer done them before?
Spencer had. Okay, but
so we kind of knew.
Yeah, we had never been to Pheasant Grove. We'll definitely be going back, though. And we went out, and he's got, like, kind of quarter-acre plots cut into his field that he was like, where do you want them? How do you want to do this? And we're like, look, I've never done this on a farm before. The dogs it's their first real season out hunting. Let's just kind of keep it easy. He's like, okay. So he went, he put 3 birds in 2 plots, and we just kind of walked up and down the plots and flushed them out. And man, it was a great hunt. We took our 2 boys with us. I took Robbie, my middle boy, he's almost 8, and Harrison's, I think he's 6. I think he's 6 now. But, like, it was great just to, like, have a safe, controlled environment to be able to have the boys, like, right there with us, and they had a ton of fun. Robbie told me that he loved it.
Oh.
Like, first thing out of his mouth, before I even asked him, he was like, Dad, I love that one. Can we do it again?
That's awesome.
And Robbie is my rough and tough, like, go get dirty kid. And I didn't know how he was going to react. Like, he's never been around anything that's dead before. But, like, he didn't faze him at all. Like, he was trying to wring necks and, didn't have any issue with the dead birds, and was putting them in my vest for me. When we got home, he was, like, right there next to me, insistent that he was going to help clean them.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was a ton of fun. So, and then we ate it tonight. So we went on Friday. Tonight's Wednesday. So, and man, pheasant's just so good. Yeah, it's so delicious.
Bomb. My kids were big fans.
Yep. So that was a ton of fun.
Yeah.
Like, getting a puppy, training a puppy, and then taking him hunting and, like, getting his first bird with him. Like, that's
pretty rewarding.
Man, that's like big time Papa Proud.
Yeah.
That I just loved.
Essence of man, if you will.
Yes. That's exactly what it is. And to paraphrase what a wise man once said, as much of that was like an essence of man moment, having Robbie there with me and like having him be so excited about something that I was excited about, man, there's not enough money in the world to take that away from me.
Dude, seriously. So, Damon came this year with me, and it was so much better. Like, I love pheasant hunting. It's a blast, but having him there, and he was really into it and enjoying it.
Does he shoot?
That's what it's about. Not yet. Not yet.
Yeah, Robbie was pretty mad at me that I didn't let him shoot.
Yeah.
He's got a 410, but actually I need to see how he's doing. When I bought it for him, it was just still a little big for him. Really? It's a single shot breech action Stevens. It's a Stevens M301 410. Like, it's intended to be a turkey gun that you can break apart and throw in a bag, which is great, but the draw is still kind of long. Yeah. That he struggled with when I first got it. I need to see how he's doing with it. I actually just ordered a new choke tube for it, so if he can hold it, and we're gonna go shoot some trap and see how he does.
That's cool.
He's shot trap with it before and like hit quite a few pigeons, as a matter of fact. But
that's cool.
Yeah, so if he can, he'll be hunting on the next one, which will be fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. So. But yeah, let's talk about another gift I got. What better way to end a year than sampling hot sauce?
Make a fool out of ourselves on live air.
Right?
Live TV.
I actually thought about...
Guess it's not live at all.
I thought about doing this one live.
Can you imagine?
Doing a YouTube live and just putting up the audio track for the podcast.
Oh, shoot.
But my grandpa got me a hot sauce sampler. And we thought it would be fun. And now I'm actually a little nervous about this.
I'm nervous. I think it'll be fun. I am nervous, though.
Of dinner tonight.
I'm like, I ate way too much. I should have taken it a little easier.
Yeah, so we're gonna sample some hot sauces.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about our options here tonight, Mike.
Okay, I'm excited. And if you've seen hot ones, it's a really funny. We're not trying to rip them off or anything, but we thought this would be kind of fun to sample as we continue to talk and see if we pass out.
Yeah.
So,
all different levels of hotness here available to you.
Yeah.
So there's 12 sauces here.
Okay.
Thought we'd pick 5.
Yeah, I think that's fine. Maybe one from each level and kind of work our way up, do you think?
One from each level. There's only 4 levels, but we can do that.
Okay.
We can go 4 flavors.
Yeah.
Maybe 2 from the hot.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. In the mild, we have America Wild West hot sauce, buffalo flavor.
Okay.
Lime hot sauce from Brazil. This is a world traveling sampling sauce.
Yeah, they're from all over. Lime hot sauce.
Lime hot sauce.
Okay.
From Brazil. We have jalapeno hot sauce in the mild category as well.
Interesting.
Yeah. From Mexico.
Okay.
Those are 3, if I'm counting all the dots right, 3 mild options. Which would you like?
I think that buffalo sounds tasty, but I'm intrigued by the lime.
Okay.
So I'm going to narrow it down to those 2, and you pick which one.
Well, I'm gonna go with the lime.
Yeah.
Assuming I can get it out of this package.
I'm on board. Maybe we should have pre-broken them out of the packages. Are they all still zip-tied in there or whatever? Like,
I don't know what's going on here.
Like a kid's toy, you got to go behind it and untwist it or whatever.
Well, it doesn't help. I've got these stupid arthritic hands that don't like doing much of anything these days.
I'm happy to pull them out. I don't think my hands are much better.
I won.
Well done.
Almost. Oh, it's got gum glue on the back of it. That makes more sense now.
Oh. Yep, sure does.
All right.
Lime hot sauce from Brazil.
Yeah. All right. Let's get them picked out, and then we can we can start going. Okay. In the medium category, we have green chili hot sauce from India.
Okay.
We have Africa cayenne hot sauce. Bourbon hot sauce from Nolans. And then Japan, I'm assuming that says wasabi. It's kind of twisted here. Yep. Japan wasabi hot sauce. So maybe I'll do the same thing to you.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of all things bourbon, so we'll pick that one. And I also really like wasabi. So bourbon hot sauce or Japan wasabi hot sauce.
I also like both of those. I think I'm going to go with the bourbon. That sounds interesting.
Go with the bourbon.
Let's try that. And this is medium.
This is medium.
Okay. So they have little dots on them, and there's 4 dots. So this is 2 of the 4.
2 of the 4. Correct.
Bourbon hot sauce
All
from
right.
Nolans.
So now we're getting hot. We're going into the hot category.
Okay. 3 stars or things.
We have habanero hot sauce from España. Thailand mango hot sauce. Laos Asian hot sauce. And that's it. Those are your choices.
I got to go with the Laos or the Thailand. It reminds me of the stuff I probably ate on my mission. So,
Ooh. Those are the 2 I would have picked too.
yeah.
Should we go Laos?
Let's go Laos.
Let's go Laos.
That's probably more of what I ate. Little guatsan there. Pretty excited.
All right.
I do not have the mantle anymore, so this is going to be pretty rough.
All right. Now for the mucho caliente. We have... I feel like there should be... Oh, there it is. All right. No? Is there really just 2 very hots? I guess so. All right. Your choices, Mike, are a Tunisian extra hot sauce or a Malawi peri-peri hot sauce.
Where's that from? Malawi.
Is
that a place?
Malawi?
Right.
It's Malawi. I assume it's a place. I know I've had peri-peri. I've got peri-peri seasoning upstairs, and it's a spicy.
I've never heard of that. So, I don't know. I'm good either way. Let's try the peri-peri one.
Let's go peri-peri.
I'm slightly concerned.
All right. All right. 4 hot sauces here. Oh, we said we were going to do 2 from the hottest.
Malawi is from
Malawi.
East Africa. It's a country in East Africa.
I forgot. We said we were going to do 2 from the very hottest.
That's right.
Do we want to do 2 from the very hottest? I'm going to give you a chance to...
Dude, let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it.
Okay.
We're committing.
At 3 a.m. when I have heartburn, I'm calling you.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because I know Haley's not going to listen to me cry.
Well, let's be honest. This was your idea, so you're welcome to call me, but I'll probably just... I mean, we can sit on the throne and cry together, I guess. I don't know. All right.
All right. Where, let's see, is this the mild side over here?
I got them in ascending order. So I think what we should do is we should talk about some of our holiday cooks while we describe what is happening in our bodies as we partake of this.
What is happening in our bodies? It's a little terrifying, Mike.
Well, you know.
I do know.
You know. You get it.
All right. Well, while I'm opening this, why don't you tell us about what one of your cooks was?
Well, actually, after I listened to last week's episode, I realized I never gave an update on my family party pulled pork that I did.
Oh yeah, how'd that go?
It went actually really well. I posted a little reel, threw a welding blanket on there, and it seriously, like we've talked about it, and
it is mind blowing.
It's crazy how much more efficient everything is. Like, just used way less pellets. Like, I cooked it for like 4 hours the night I put it on, and then I borrowed that welding blanket from you, put it on, and probably used about the same amount of pellets for the next 12 hours that I used in the first 4.
I want to give that a smell.
Ooh. This is the mild one.
I know this smell from somewhere.
Oh, what is this again? This is the lime from Brazil.
From Brazil.
Oh, John.
And we're
I think this might be a bad idea. How heavy are we going? I'm thinking like tiny dot. Okay.
Here, man. I'll even drip this onto your cracker.
Oh, all right. I'm good with that. Okay. Anyway, so it was Actually, really good.
We're using saltines here.
Yeah.
As our...
I'm just going to put a little bit on there, and hopefully the saltines will save it. Ingredients in the lime hot sauce. Oh, I was going to read it off. Now I can't find it. Awkward. Vinegar, cayenne pepper, mash. Salt, lime juice, and xanthan gum.
I'm not questioning you if using saltines was the right choice. Oh, it's not bad.
Yeah. It's actually got a really good flavor to it, I feel
like. It reminds me a lot of green Tabasco.
Yeah, it's kind of what I was thinking Tabasco. Anyway, we had talked a lot about how much pork to buy. And even after we talked, I was still nervous, so I went and got 2 more pork butts, and I had so much left over. Like a ridiculous amount left over. So if you're planning a big cook for family, feel free to use our guide, which was about 1/3 of a pound per person for big adults. Yeah. I went 1/4 pound because we had a lot of little kids there and had oodles. So
yeah.
Anyway.
Yep, and that's of raw meat.
Yeah. So yeah, raw meat. A lot of people will, and everything I saw online was that's cooked, and I don't know how. Like I don't know how.
Yeah.
But anyway, went well. I actually wrapped it in plastic to rest it.
Yeah.
And
talk about that.
Foil. So
I don't know if you texted me or if we were talking in the car last time, but
yeah. So I had gone to a barbecue joint down in St. George. We've talked about before, Picarica, and I just watched as they're pulling stuff out of their hot box to serve, and they unwrap it out of butcher paper or foil, and then there's plastic wrap. So I thought, I'll try that, and I just felt like it mostly didn't make much of a mess in the cooler when I was resting them, which was nice, and just kind of held in the moisture a little bit better. So it was good. Kind of. Obviously, you wouldn't want to do that if you're trying to preserve your bark, but
yeah,
for shredding and pulling it, it was great. So,
yeah, for shredding, for pulling, and especially for like holding for a long time. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. I guess bark is nice sometimes in your pulled pork, but most of the time,
yeah,
I'm more worried about moisture than anything else.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, and I made a Carolina Gold barbecue sauce.
Ooh.
That was actually really good.
That?
I just kind of used a recipe that I concocted after looking at several online. So, nice. But it was really good.
Nice. So all right. Well, the lime hot sauce was not very hot.
Yeah.
Had a little zing, but it was tasty.
I like the flavor. That's my concern with hot sauces. I'm afraid that they're so hot that the flavor's not really that good.
This one...
What's going on here?
This is the bourbon hot sauce.
Boyben hot sauce.
And you can where are the ingredients in here? You can really
on the back.
Vinegar, cayenne pepper mash,
which they all say.
Salt, bourbon flavor, xanthan gum, liquid smoke.
I'm pretty sure they make this all the same and then put
a flavor in
whatever flavor it is.
Yeah. Maybe. I'm a huge fan of the bourbon flavor.
You know, I don't know. Did you ever go to Golden Corral?
Uh-huh.
That's the only Bourbon Street chicken I've ever had is at Golden Corral. So tell us about one of your holiday cooks. Ooh.
Mm. Definitely a little zippier.
Yeah.
And
but I still like the flavor. I don't feel like it's just firing my taste buds.
Yeah, it's definitely got a sweet, kind of sweet zap to it.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I really didn't cook that much over the holidays, but the one thing that I did do tonight was cook that pheasant.
Yes.
So, similar to what you did, although I was pressed for time, I wasn't anywhere near as prepared as you were. I came home from work today late and needed to get dinner going. So we had already breasted out and cleaned up the pheasant. We did half of it with honey hog, and we did half of it with Meat Church's garlic and herb. And both of them were really good. We wrapped it in bacon. I threw it out on my gas Weber for, I don't know. I always worry about cooking bacon wrap stuff out on a gas grill because it's so prone to flare-ups. We kept it pretty low and slow, which I think helped hold what moisture there was in there. And we went, I don't know, it was probably a total of 20 minutes out on the grill, and brought it in. And
so do you temp it, or do you just kind of watch for the bacon to get cooked?
No, I tempt it. I'm a chicken man.
That's how I am too. I get nervous.
My uncle got salmonella cooking on a grill, and I was like, man, like I will never do that. And I literally got it the exact same way he did it.
Really?
And there are only like 2 or 3 times in my life that I remember being like so sick that I like not only thought I was going to die, but like was okay with it. That was one of them. Yeah, that one was that was pure misery is what that one was. So what are you shaking up over there?
I made a mistake. I just kind of grabbed one and cut it. So we're going to go with the Malawi.
The peri-peri?
The very hot. Yeah.
Very hot.
Let's do that, and then maybe we can scale back after we want to cry ourselves to sleep, you know? Oh, shoot. I think I got too much. I'm so afraid.
I'm just gonna rub the rim of it on there. No, I'll get some.
What is peri-peri?
I don't know. I just know it's
a spice from Africa.
Yeah, I got introduced to peri-peri in Toronto. That, we talk about like New York being the mixing pot. Toronto is an extreme mixing pot. Like, really? There are all sorts of cultures, but they've got peri-peri chicken restaurants all over the place.
Oh, really?
Where you can go order like half a chicken that's seasoned up with peri-peri seasoning.
It's just a seasoning, just a...
Uh-huh.
Huh.
And it's delicious. But it's hot.
I'm so scared right now. I'm a little embarrassed.
Cheers, buddy.
Ooh.
I feel let down. Maybe I didn't get as much as you did.
I think I put a little too much, but it is not going to kill me.
I mean, I
might follow her down with just a stale cracker to...
I was going to say, it's definitely got some tingles on the tongue, but...
I'm getting kind of those hints of like Indian, African spice kind of at the end there, on the tail end.
Yeah, so here's the thing about hot sauce.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe this is a red flag. Like, maybe we're going to get canceled for me saying this.
Uh-oh. John, 2023, man. Almost 2024.
Man, my like whole tongue is kind of...
Yeah,
it's like...
Woo! Ooh. Yeah.
Hang on. I just don't love vinegar.
Yeah. I get that.
Like,
I'm with you.
I like it. It's fine. I put Cholula on everything I eat, basically. If it wasn't... And I think one of the reasons I like Cholula is it's not as vinegary as other hot sauces like Tabasco and stuff. Mm-hmm. If it wasn't as vinegary, I would be all over hot sauce all the time. It's not that I don't like the heat. That one had a lot of vinegar in it.
Yeah.
But I mean, my tongue is still like buzzing.
Yeah, I was going to say, I still got the tingle. Still kind of... Which is interesting. Why vinegar, do you think? Is there something about it as an ingredient that you can just kind of mix hot with it and it spreads it or tames it or controls it?
I've got to think it's something to do with the capsaicin and that it carries it and doesn't neutralize it. Like, I mean, if you use like cream or anything, it would cancel out the capsaicin.
Right.
But it's not bad.
Yeah, it wasn't terrible. Didn't kill me. Yeah, I'm kind of getting notes of like the same flavors, but just at the tail end, I feel like is when I'm picking up different on them. Yeah.
Hey, tell us about the shredded ham.
The ham, man. We talked about this. Was it last time?
Yeah, I think so.
On Pig Rooster Barbecue. Maybe it was the time before. I can't remember. But the pulled Christmas ham. And so I went and bought a ham, and I did it. And I did it on my drum, just because I thought it'd be a little different. And to be honest, I wasn't sure what to expect, because I've done like a spiral cut ham, and I've smoked it for a few hours, basically warmed it up to serving temperature.
That's all you're doing with ham.
And kind of, yeah, and then, did the glaze and whatever, and it was fine. But it was kind of like, I don't know why I would do it on a smoker instead of the oven, the way I'm doing this. Like, I just don't get enough change from it. But, so I wanted to do it on my drum just to kind of get a little extra flavor. And so I did. I got and I was surprised at how much it was like a regular pork shoulder. Like, ham is pre-smoked, pre-cured usually, but it acted just like a regular pork shoulder. So, I mean, it still stalled at 160. It still did all the things that a pork shoulder will do.
So here's my question for you. Because I, once upon a time in my early days of cooking, bought a picnic instead of a Boston butt, which the picnic's closer to what a ham is than a Boston butt is. And I could taste the hamminess in the meat, and it was definitely saltier. I don't know why I just poured that much on here.
I was just thinking the same thing. That might have been... What do we got here? Laos.
This is the Laos hot sauce.
This is child's play after.
And it really, like, I don't know if it's because I've destroyed my mouth at this point, but like, it doesn't really smell like anything. I can smell the vinegar.
That's what I mean. It smells kind of like Tabasco sauce, honestly.
Yeah. Was the smoked ham, because you put rub on it as well, didn't you?
Yep.
Was it too salty?
It was extremely salty. I went with a more sugary rub, knowing that it would be a little salty. But I don't think it was too salty. It was salty, but I don't feel like it was overpowering. I'll be honest, I'm a little underwhelmed at the last
literally
one.
can't taste anything other than
maybe we've
vinegar.
just fried our taste buds. Well, but yeah, it wasn't, and it was cool. I mean, bones pulled out, like shredded up, just like it looked. And
there's nothing more rewarding in barbecue than meat sliding off of a bone. And when you're shredding a pork shoulder, just sticking a gloved hand in there and squeezing, and the whole thing falling apart.
Yeah, and I feel like this way of cooking a ham kind of distributes the flavor a little bit better, because your rub kind of cooks its way in, and as you're shredding it, it's mixing all together. I feel like it's more versatile. If you slice a ham, it's great for sandwiches, but then if you want to put it in something else, you got to dice it up. If you shred a ham, I feel like you can do whatever you need to with it. So, big fan. What did I use? I think I just used the barbecue rub from Malcolm Reed, and that was no, that's not true. I used oh man, I shouldn't have brought this up because now I can't remember the name of it. Barrel. I want to say Barrel and Branch. Which is
that's a brand.
A brand over at Macy's, I think. And I think they just called it their Memphis style barbecue rub or whatever. But it was basically Malcolm Reed's barbecue rub. But it was good.
I was gifted a Bearded Butcher rub. I think I got their Chipotle one.
Oh, interesting.
I'm pretty excited to give that a whirl.
Yeah.
One of our neighbors across the street brought it over to me.
Right on.
Yeah. So, you ever been to Tunisia?
No.
You know where Tunisia is?
No. I just kind of picture by India.
I think that's right. I have no idea.
Oh. All right. Well, kids, don't listen to us for geography advice.
Which is kind of surprising because I feel like, why did I do that?
You put a lot on there, John.
Yeah, I did.
Really got after it.
And this is one of the very hot sauces. I think this is Tunisia extra hot sauce.
Tunisia extra hot sauce. I'll be honest. I'm just hoping it doesn't taste the same as the other ones. And that you can taste a little bit of a difference. Tell us about your rib roast. Did you make a rib roast?
No.
Prime rib?
Nope. Enjoy that. Wow. That was too much.
Oh. Whoa.
I mean,
I can feel the steam coming out of my ears, man. Holy cow.
oh, I got under my tongue. Oh, that hurts. No, my dad did a rib roast. We do prime rib. We do prime rib on Christmas Eve every year. But he cooked this year. Did great.
Nice.
Yep.
I went to Costco today hoping that they were like, we got too much. Our prime rib's way cheap. It was not.
No.
Pretty spendy.
Where's my phone? I don't even know what I did with my phone today.
I think it's dissolved into the hot sauce.
It might.
Oh, man. That one. I'll be honest. The last very hot one was kind of a letdown. This was not. This is, cool.
Yeah, my tongue hurts.
Yeah. Breathing in helps.
Anyways, I need to check the Smith's ad, see if they extended their sale or not.
Do you go to Smith's or Smith's Marketplace?
I normally go to Smith's first because it's closer to my office.
That's where I should have gone. I went to Smith's Marketplace today and didn't see a whole lot.
And if they don't have it, then I go to Smith's Marketplace. This kind of reminds me of, there's this place in Houston called the Ragin' Cajun. And, man, it is a dive. Like, it is a hole-in-the-wall, guy walking out in the parking lot for security. Like, it's a trash.
Nice.
But they do Cajun crawfish boils and crab boils. Mm-hmm. And it's one of those places they, like, bring it in a bucket and dump it on the table and you just eat.
Oh.
But I can remember I went there with my dad as a kid. And we were, how old was I? I don't know, like 6 or 7. And I can just remember eating it and it being spicy. And all you could do to keep your face from like melting off was keep eating. As long as you were eating, it didn't hurt. But as soon as you stopped, the pain came. And I remember like you're eating this corn and these potatoes that are cooked in the boil with the crawfish.
And that spice that is just infused.
And it's just like you left and your lips were chapped from how spicy it was. And that's kind of how I feel about this last hot sauce.
Oh, that one did not disappoint. That brought some heat. I'm a little bummed I didn't get a lot of the flavor, but I think I was mostly just trying to survive it. So
it had good flavor initially.
Yeah, that's true. Right off the bat, it wasn't just straight up Tabasco. It was its own thing.
But I don't even remember what it tastes like at this point.
Yeah, now I just remember the burn. For sure.
One other story about hot food. Growing up in Chicago, there were 2 high schools that were in our church congregation. Mm-hmm. And we didn't have school one day. And my buddy and I didn't have school, but the kids in the other high school did. And we went and we helped them cut class and got in the car.
Nice.
And my dad's
As
office.
good churchgoers would do.
Yeah, exactly. And my dad's office was right around the corner from the school. And I was like, guys, let's call my dad. I bet he'll buy us lunch. So we went, we picked my dad up, and my buddies. So this is like 2000, 2001. Mm-hmm. And my buddy had like a 1990 Dodge Caravan. Just like this beater of a van, pulling on my dad's like work parking lot. Everyone's like, what just pulled up in the parking lot? My dad comes out and he's like, you didn't even have to call me. Like, they were getting ready to call security. And I said, oh no, I know who that is. That's awesome. So my dad piles in with us, and we go to Chipotle. And our buddy Dan, who was not the toughest kid in the group, we'll just say, orders a fajita burrito with the hot sauce, like the hottest hot sauce that he can get there, because we're just busting his chops in line, like making fun of him. And we sit down, and oh geez, my nose is starting to run from
that is a full body.
He is just sweating, like he has tears coming out of his eyes, his nose is running, and we're just like, dude, stop. He's like, I'm not going to stop. You guys can't make me stop. I can do this. I don't know. I think about that afternoon every time I set foot in Chipotle.
Dude, that reminds me of my first dinner appointment as a missionary. Hmong people love spice, and they put the Thai chili pepper in everything. And they just will ground it up and put it on rice and say, here you go. And I remember my buddy was just like, dude, whatever you do, just do not drink water. It makes it worse. You just got to pound rice. And I probably ate like a pound of rice, just like, whoa, sweating, full body sweats, like nose running. It was rough. But
oh, that's hilarious.
Anyway, good times. Well, this was fun, though.
Yeah, Peruvian people do not like spicy.
Really? More like plain or just different flavors?
Mostly plain. Like, there's a lot of saffron and, but like the lime hot sauce would like put them into cardiac arrest.
Really?
Yeah, they don't like spicy stuff. Maybe I'll send a bottle of the Tunisia stuff to a few people.
Do it, man. Check this out.
Make sure you put a lot on. Oh, those poor people. But that was fun.
It was fun. Fun and different. I like it.
I don't know that we'll do it again until the end of next year.
We'll see. We'll see how tonight goes before we commit to anything.
Well, until next time, keep your taste buds safe and make sure you tune in and subscribe.
And Happy New Year.
Thanks for listening to the Fat Guys with Smokers podcast. Be sure to check us out on Instagram and Facebook. Leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Be sure to subscribe so you don't forget to tune in for even more nonsense from a couple of Fat Guys with Smokers.
Don't forget to like, subscribe.